stumps on day 4 at Old Trafford, and this game has bubbled up into life, mainly thanks to a Stuart Broad-inspired spell during the evening session, George.
Yeah, I mean, just after tea, it looked like West Indies were all but safe. I think at that stage, Broad had none for 64. A few minutes later, he has 3 for 66. West Indies did avoid the follow-on, but I think the game is still alive. What did they lose? Their last 6 wickets for 40-odd. So England are just about still in it. And, you know, tomorrow's set up to be a really thrilling final day. 5th day, I might notice. Had there been 4-day tests introduced, this would be a turkey.
Well, we're grateful for that 5th day, particularly after we lost the 3rd one. England didn't quite manage to bowl West Indies out in time to enforce the follow-on. They took a 182-run lead. How many more do you think they're going to want to get in the morning? They obviously opened with Jos Buttler and Ben Stokes, lost a couple of wickets during the last few overs of the day. But what are the maths here? Where is the declaration going to come, do you think?
They want 2 new balls. So if you get 2 new balls, you've also got to have some time with the second new ball. So I think they want the best part of 90 overs. So I reckon they've only got about 6 overs in the morning, which is really difficult because it's desperately difficult to score quickly on this surface. So they've got to try and score, 50 or 60 in that 6 overs, get up to a lead of 270 or so, something like that. And I think that should be enough because you can always bowl very negatively and hopefully stop West Indies scoring if you want. Maybe even there's an element that it would do no harm for West Indies to think they've got a sniff of victory, but I don't particularly think that will be their priority.
I mean, West Indies look to be making the game pretty safe, coming back on after tea, having only lost 3 wickets in the day. Mentioned Broad, mentioned the effect of the new ball there. Will Jason Holder and Phil Simmons be a little bit concerned with the way they collapsed?
I wouldn't blame them, really. I thought that once the second new ball was taken, that the pitch became really, really difficult. So I thought that you saw some uneven bounce. I thought you saw some fairly sharp seam movement. I thought batting became very difficult. There were 2 or 3 balls there that I thought were pretty close to unplayable, to be honest. Broad and Wokes bowled very well to those last few batsmen. So they might even be encouraged by it, because England now have to try and bat tomorrow to get any sort of lead. A draw here is fantastic news for West Indies because it means they retain the trophy.
That Broad spell, 3 quick wickets, real sort of reminiscent of him at his peak, and a little riposte after being left out of the side for the first test.
Kinda. I mean, he took 3 for 1 and he bowled really well, but I mean, he is a test bowler and no one ever thought he would bowl poorly. I don't remember the last time he bowled poorly, but is he still in England's best seam attack? I don't know. Does he play next week? I don't think so. If Archer's fit, if Anderson's fit, if Wood is fit, does he play? I'm not sure he does. That's not necessarily a bad thing. I mean, it's brilliant to have these sort of reserves. And you saw how in the Ashes last year, Australia rotated their attack and ensured they always had fresh bowlers. That's not the end of the world. All I would say, it's amazing how quickly things can change. He's got 19 overs, none for 64, just after tea. 10 minutes later, he's got 3 for 66. And we're having this conversation instead of the one we might have been having at tea. So, he's so passionate, he's so keen, you can't write him off. But I don't think it means that the decision last week was wrong.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content plus live streaming, make sure to subscribe to ESPN Player.